Hey guys, and welcome back to the podcast.
What it do?
Episode 3. I'm your host, Sway.
Okay.
We're doing that now. That's what we're doing.
I'm Money Moses.
No, that's not what your name was before.
What was it?
You was called...
Exactly.
You were saying
I
Money
call
Mo, but you can also still be called Mitch.
Money Moses, nigga. Fuck.
You can't switch it up on folks. Pick a name.
Money Moses.
Anyways, today is not Christmas Eve. Today is New Year's Eve.
December 31st, 2021.
And we decided that we were just going to do a recap of this year. Just a little reflection episode on all of the big and small things that has happened this year in the country and I guess in our personal lives. So
yeah, I guess it's gonna be a good one. I'm a take the back seat. I gotta let her. I was told she don't be talking enough.
you was told? Who told you that?
Your sister.
I was told. No, you don't have to take the back seat. You can continue with the same seats.
Because you just don't want to
be in the passenger and the driver's seat.
Okay. All right. If technically that means I'm in the passenger seat.
Because
where we in Europe, nigga?
Okay. Whatever. So I guess the first thing we wanted to talk about, I guess we want to start in January. The major thing that had happened then was
6 days in.
Them riots. Storming the Capitol.
It was your people, wasn't it?
Excuse me?
Could have sworn that was some of that shit that happened in the North.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm lost. No, absolutely not. Those are, I don't claim none of that shit that was happening. Not that it surprised anybody. I guess anybody black. I mean,
you comfortable yet?
This is my comfortable stance, but
okay.
I mean that shit was like expected. I mean, not that specific. It wasn't expected, but the response to it, I wasn't surprised, I guess.
I guess you could say the response to it was expected.
It was expected that they weren't going to try and go to war with these niggas. Like, if it was niggas trying to storm the Capitol, it would have been a different day. Trust. I don't even think we would have made it to the steps, really.
Nah.
We wouldn't even have made it that far. They would have been ready. They would have called the National Guard. They would have deployed them niggas and been like, we got to get these niggas rounded up. But quickly. They did not do it for them. They would just let them run up in that shit. Run up in them halls.
Yeah. It definitely wasn't expected to happen. It was goddamn left field, I guess. Ain't no shit like that happened since what they said the American Revolution or some shit. The last time the Capitol got stormed or whatever. But
was it
something like that? When the last time you said that shit like it just happened? Niggas just run up on the Capitol. Like,
okay, yeah. I mean, not in America, certainly. Definitely in
this
all
is
the
America,
other foreign countries.
We supposed to be the land of the brave, the whole but the free, supposedly. We supposed to have the security, supposedly.
Security not for the whites. It's security for us.
I guess if that's the way you want to say it.
What would you say? What would you say?
Security is for the whites from other whites. It's just no security for us.
Okay, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I guess the Capitol riots that popped off the year pretty outrageously for a year that we was already. I didn't have no hope in the year, honestly, but and I mean not on a personal level, but like on a national level. I didn't have no hope for the year to be. It was gonna turn around. 2021 was gonna be great. I don't have no hope for 2022.
Damn.
Goddamn, the way the fucking inflation going and all that shit, nigga, we finna be hurt. But we gonna get to it. We got other topics that's gonna get us right there, right to what I'm talking about. But yeah, I feel like it was pretty much that was the way it was gonna be. Basically,
Yeah, that was like
2021.
the way the year started off was kind of wild. Just like how 2020 started off wild. It's kind of like
2020 didn't start off that well.
I mean, it started off with Kobe dying.
That was a month in almost. So
He died in January, in the middle of January.
26th. That was a month in almost.
Okay, whatever. The beginning of January last year of 2020 was when America killed, what was it, that Iranian guy. He was like some sort of military leader from Iran. They like bombed that nigga.
I think I remember that.
That was the start of January 2020, and that's when Twitter was like, "Is America trying to start World War III?" That's what started off.
We do what we want to do, but that's a whole nother conversation. These niggas don't want it with us.
Anyways, all I'm saying was 2020 also started off wild.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Not as quickly, but it came. But new January around the corner. We gonna see how that goes.
We gonna see, I guess.
After that was goddamn the fucking what was it? What was the site?
Robin Hood?
No, not Robin Hood. What was the site where they was communicating on? Reddit?
Oh, Reddit. Yeah.
The GameStop Reddit shit.
Yeah, that shit. That was honestly wild because it wasn't just if you were like actually following it and if you like had stocks and shit. It started with the GameStop and it kind of affected a few other like penny stocks that I was in, which was wild because they like halted all the trading on all these stocks, and that shit is like unheard of unless it's like some sort of like other type of situation going on. But for like just the reason that it was happening of people, you know, buying all of the stocks and then selling them all at once, like trying to make the stock go up higher, it's like,
well, they only stopped the sale of the stocks. We just couldn't sell the shit.
yeah, they stopped the sale of it because it was getting so high, so like it was becoming way more worth than it's supposed to be worth. And
or maybe they stopped the buy of it.
No, they stopped the selling of it. I mean, they stopped both. They just like halted purchases and sales of it. But mostly, if you had the stocks, they were halting the sale of it, and then also you couldn't sell as many as you would like to, as many like shares.
I mean, that shit was a situation. Of course, the government was mad, or the financial part of the government was mad. They wanted to goddamn
the hedge funds
control everything. But I mean, if you was in it, you ate.
Right. If you
came in after the news, you probably was too late.
Right. If you had
to been already in the
already
shit.
Like, because you know they had been talking about it, so they were all building up and they were telling people to hold on or whatever. But some people did not, and some people made bank off of it.
Yeah.
But I
fucked with it because it goddamn had a lot of people. Excuse me. It had a lot of people. I guess having more eyes on stocks and stuff to begin with.
Yeah.
Dogecoin stocks, like that whole area with the Dogecoin and then the Reddit shit with Robinhood. I mean, Reddit shit with GameStop and all that shit. It had more eyes on just the market community, period. But yeah, I mean,
I think that honestly 2020 and 2021, I think investing really kind of got way more popular.
It did.
A lot more people started investing in stocks and the cryptocurrencies because all of these platforms have made it like way easier for you to do so, which is great.
Yeah.
I
People still sleeping on it though, because I still been
yeah,
seeing tweets like the last week talking about, so where all those forex niggas went, where all them cryptocurrency niggas went, why they so quiet? I seen one today about the cryptocurrency, but
yeah.
I
I've been
still been
seeing
seeing
stuff
people
about
sleeping on it because
cryptocurrencies. So
it's ignorance really, like they don't know. It's partially ignorance, and then it's partially some of the people that's in these markets or that participate or that invest, the way they portray it to people is baffled as well. But
yeah,
it's also the ignorance of just not knowing what people are talking about or not knowing what they mean. But can't really blame you. They can't really blame. Both sides got something to do with it, but hopefully people will start taking the positive aspects of it more seriously and start actually investing, because it is a winning strategy.
I mean it is. I think investing period and is a good look for the long run. So
Yeah. Then got down with the Dogecoin. They had a little run too,
right, was
and
that this year or last year?
that was this year because then the Elon Musk Saturday Night Live shit came where basically I think right before he went on there, Dogecoin had been on the rise,
Yeah,
and people was talking about, of course, Dogecoin to the moon, blah blah blah. But then Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live and said some shit, and
and
that shit
literally
dropped.
immediately
I
dropped.
think all the coins dropped, actually.
Yeah, a
Bitcoin,
lot of them dropped like
Dogecoin, all of
hella
them shit
hard. That
dropped.
shit was crazy.
They
This
ended up coming
year,
back up. Like
yeah,
Bitcoin done hit its new high since then.
right, because this was the year. Gosh, this year is so long. I didn't even realize that Bitcoin hit its all time high this year,
Yeah, it
a
was like
couple times.
72 or some shit. 70 something. That was
Well, I mean, the first time it hit was like,
its original all time high was 60. It was like
yeah,
62,
60
but it had
something.
been down since last year. Then it got up to like the high 50s right before the Elon Musk shit, I believe, and then it dropped
Yeah, then
again.
it dropped again, but then it came
But
back
they came
up.
back up and hit the new all time high, which
Yeah,
was like 72, I think.
72 something, and then it's back down again.
Yeah, it's in like 46
But
when I saw it
that's
earlier
how the
today.
market works. So with everything,
But I
I think
love it.
that's what people get like confused about because they don't follow markets ever. They don't know how it works, and so they see, oh, the cryptocurrency is going up and down, like it's dropping now, and it's like that's how the markets have always worked.
That's all
Bitcoin
the
is the
markets.
most volatile, but that's just how markets work. They go up and down.
That's how the stock market works.
That's how the
Go up
stock
and
market
down.
works. So it's like,
The best thing to do is I say to worry about the stuff that you feel like gonna be here for 10 years. Because for the most part, if it's gonna be here 10 years later, it's gonna be going up. 10 years from now, it's gonna be at a higher point than where it is right now.
yeah,
That's how you stay in business for that long. Like more than likely, if a business is going down over those 10 years, they not gonna be here longer. So you want to mess with stuff that you know gonna be here 10 years from now. Kind of hard to tell with the cryptos, because it's like new cryptos coming up every month.
right,
Shiba was the last one that was like viral.
yeah.
I got some of them. I'm up a little bit in that, but
It's been kind of
I
slow
use
this
those
past
for
month.
like on a weekly kind of trading thing. Like I don't put money in that to sit really. But Bitcoin, Ethereum, them is like two of the main ones. They probably gonna be here 10 years from now. Them the biggest ones. Them the main ones. All the corporate companies know about them. Blah blah blah. Blue blue blue.
Right.
So them the ones I would say invest in. But the other ones you can invest in on some short term type shit and still come up big. But yeah, that was a whole situation. The whole Robinhood, Reddit, GameStop, Dogecoin, Elon Musk. That was like a
Yeah,
month time span where it was just like hella shit going on.
right.
when it came to that. Then like after that, you had the Lil Nas X video that was kind of viral. I never watched the whole video. I only seen like the little 1 minute worth of outtakes from the video.
I watched it. I think that, as usual, niggas is overreacting. I didn't think it was that. I didn't think it was like something to be outraged about. I'm like, mostly what I got from it was that it didn't really make that much sense, but it was just like it made sense when I heard his explanation for it. But like watching it the first time, I wouldn't see it and be like, I'm outraged about this. Like after you watch it, it's just kind of like, okay.
I mean, I think they was outraged. I think most of the outrage came from because a lot of his fan base is kids, and that's who he kind of like marketed to. So to do
that first song, but since then he hasn't really been marketing to children. He's kind of just.
You said that shit like the first song was 10 years ago. Like he was Britney Spears when he first came out, and he was a child and he was marketing to kids. But now he has to grown up. That shit was last year, nigga.
Was it last year?
Or maybe the year before. The point is he only done had how many singles? 4 or 5.
I mean, I guess, so but it's like, what if that's
damn.
not the trajectory of his career path? Then what is he supposed to? What's he supposed to do? Just never make music for adults?
What I'm saying is listen to the example that I gave. Britney Spears, or any other person that came out when they were a teenager. They came out when they was a teenager. Of course, they were marketing to teenagers, kids type shit. Then 10 years from now, or 5 years from now, even now, you're trying to transition into, okay, I want to be adult and I want to make adult content type shit. It don't be none of these people started off marketing to kids, and then 3 songs later was like, okay, I don't want to market to kids anymore. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't been long enough time for I feel like from the people that was outraged point of view, they like, it ain't been that long of a time period for you to be like, you not marketing to kids no more. As far as we know, you was marketing to kids. But
I guess I don't necessarily know with the
what.
I mean, I don't know how heavy his marketing to kids, how long that went for. If it was just that one song, and then further on, it was like his whole album. The rest of that album had nothing to do with children. It was just that one song that the kids gravitated to because of how the beat went. But the rest of his songs were not like that at all on that first little run.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm just saying what I saw. That's what people was crying about, because they felt like he was like more of a, I guess, teen pop star. Even though he's not a teenager, I think he like 22 or some shit. But
yeah,
I don't know. I didn't see the whole video. From what I saw, I mean, I just don't be fucking with the devil shit to begin with anyway. So once I seen that's what he was on, I had no reason to watch the whole video. The song was alright, I guess. I wouldn't say it was bad or trash or nothing, but once I see that devil shit, I don't be fucking with that shit. I feel like it's not even that I'm like some super Christian or some shit, but it's just like, y'all know what that shit is supposed to represent. And it's not supposed to represent anything positive or anything like that. So it's like, why I play with that? I'm not gonna play with that. But I mean, that's what people do when they get in the industry. They start doing that devil shit. So like, I don't see what is so attractive or exciting. I want to dress up as the devil. I see these hoes do that shit all the time, honestly. But
these hoes.
I mean, what? Shit, I see them do it. So goddamn, that's what they want to portray themselves as. Why y'all mad at me for calling them that? That's what they do. They want to be portrayed as that.
Okay, so
That's the life they want to live.
Next thing that we're
Now
going
you
to
want to
talk
talk about what I want to talk about.
You said you was taking the back seat. Remember,
Right,
you said you wanted to do that.
all right.
Anyways, so I guess that was cute.
I don't think we really said anything.
What?
But, okay.
About Lil Nas?
Yeah, about the video. I don't think we really
Well, I
gave no
mean,
insight, but
well, because
I
one, I
guess.
haven't watched it in a minute, and I only watched it that one time because, I mean, I like the song. It was just the video was kind of like, I don't know why you chose to go this route for the video, but
Because he in the industry.
I think
now.
you know
told
what. Now
that's
that I
the
remember
niggas
what
do.
his explanation was, I feel like the reason why he made the video was because, like, the words in it, he was like, it's like, call me what you want or whatever the fuck the words are. But basically, he made it because people already think that he's like, you know, a sinner because he's gay. And so he was like, if I'm going to be a sinner, then I'm gonna be
The
that type
logic on
shit.
that is fucking
It was-
retarded. Nigga.
obviously, my
Like,
explanation is not
People
the best.
already think I'm a racist, so I'm gonna be a racist in this video. Like that shit does not make sense.
That was
I
his
guess,
explanation.
right, that shit. I mean, I guess I expect that from a youngin, but that logic is retarded, bro. I guess since people say I'm a devil worshiper, I'm gonna worship the devil. That shit don't make sense, but whatever. It's free will, free country. I don't give a fuck. Goddamn, because it don't affect me. Goddamn, I'm not gonna do it. You do what you want to do. Don't tell me what to do either. I don't tell you what to do. Live your life. Whatever. But that shit retarded. But I mean, that's just the way the game goes. Once you get in that industry, they always say he might be an industry plant. I don't know, but once you get in that industry, especially if you in the industry of or if you in the business of selling sex, which that video basically was about selling sex. Once you reach that plateau, the selling sex plateau, the devil shit come out quickly. But whatever.
Not quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. So then shortly after that, I think that was what you said. That was in March or April.
I think that was March.
Well, shortly after that, goddamn, we moved, and then 3 weeks later, firstborn was born.
Firstborn. Yeah.
Both of our firstborn.
We had a baby
Young
in
Kaiser.
May. Baby Kai Kai.
No, young Kaiser.
Anyways, but he was born at the end of May. He was early. He was supposed to be here in June, but God had other plans.
She had other plans. She got COVID.
That was not a plan that I had. The fuck? The hell are you talking about?
She got COVID, the first variant. I guess it was the first variant. We don't even know.
How do you
nigga, 'cause
even
they
know?
don't even tell you shit. So
I mean, it might have
been.
been a Delta variant
outta
because it
here,
was
nigga.
around that time.
I thought you said the Delta was in August.
That's when they started saying that it was.
Get the
It
fuck
may have
outta
been
here.
Delta.
It took.
What are the variants
It
again?
took a year and a half for
What
us
was
to
the
get
first
to
one?
to Delta variant in August, but then we skipped what 10 goddamn Greek letters to Omicron in 3 months.
But what was before Delta?
There was no before Delta. That was the first variant they named, Delta variant. Before that, they wasn't really saying goddamn that. Well, at least it wasn't viral like that when they was saying variants. The first variant that was viral was Delta. Then the next variant that was really viral was Omicron, the one that we in now. But yeah, Kaiser was born. I don't know the details except 5:25, 1:22.
You don't know the details. What
1:22
you mean?
p.m. I know all the weight and shit. Yeah, you know that shit, bro. The details. The details, the inches, the weight. Oh, I think it's 6 pounds 7 ounces. That's it. I do know the details. Nigga, don't
I don't know
disrespect me, nigga.
you were the one that said you didn't know the details. Fuck, I never even heard that. I don't know the details of that nigga, but I know what day he was born.
I knew the time too. 1:22 p.m. Nigga.
Okay.
I forgot the inches though. I think he was 21 inches. I feel
Yeah,
like.
I believe it was 21. Or it might have been 19.
But yeah, he came out. She had the variant, but
He had to come out because I had COVID and it was bad. And was it not that bad? The fuck? I'm sorry. I didn't realize that an emergency C-section because of it meant that it wasn't that bad.
It was bad because he was in there.
It was bad because I was pregnant.
Yeah.
It was worse because I already couldn't really breathe, and then the COVID didn't help with that. And so if I can't breathe, then he obviously cannot get oxygen. So she was like,
They took my nigga out.
They had to get him out of there quickly.
Man, he was A1 day one from the crib.
And he was good from... He was good.
He left within 48 hours, and I had him at the crib for about 10, 11 days. It was just me and my nigga.
Basically.
Squad.
I was alone in the hospital.
Squad.
Isolation.
We was A1 day one. Thugging it.
I'm glad that you got
I had him on a real good routine. She came home. Shit went to shits, man.
What you mean you had a minute? He was an infant. There's no good routine.
He already know my voice, dog. He knew what it was.
Anyways.
Time to go to bed. Let's go.
Okay. Whatever.
But now he got there 7 months. Just turned 7 months on Christmas. So, yeah. Hopefully that continues to be a great, healthy situation.
Yeah.
And hopefully he starts crawling. He lazy.
He likes to be carried.
You be carrying him.
You also be carrying him.
Where?
Around the house.
I put that nigga the hell down. Even
I'll
Angela
put him
said
down
it.
Too.
I like how she was like, I like how you don't like be holding him when he start crying. You put him down. Exactly. Put him down. He start crying. Put him down. That's the back. It's backwards. She like what? Exactly.
He start crying. Put him down.
Exactly. If I'm holding you, it ain't no reason for you to be crying. Ain't nothing wrong with you. So if you gonna cry while I'm holding you, I'm putting you down. Quit crying like a lame. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Exactly.
Now we got to have a fucking parenting.
But yeah, that shit was cool. I mean, that was just a cool situation. I couldn't even go in because she had COVID, so I couldn't even go in the hospital. I couldn't even go in the hospital. I had to sit in the fucking parking lot. That shit was gay. But what you mean? What you mean?
Why you say that?
What?
Incorrect.
Oh, it's because I said that shit was gay? Okay. That wasn't gay.
Better words.
That shit was weak. No disrespect to God. Damn, bro. I've been alive since before this time period where now everything is offensive. So I'm used to the old world. But
you used to people calling people best Negroes. I'm sure that's what old white men say.
Yeah, and I don't be mad at them. Like, y'all niggas is racist. Okay.
So what would you call yourself then?
I'm just a regular ass black nigga. I just be chilling, bro. I don't bother people. If you tell me that I offended you, I apologize. I didn't mean to. I might have said something. If I did, I'm sorry. That wasn't the intention for me to make you feel bad. But yeah, I mean, I'm a humble dude, and I apologize if I offend somebody, if I make them feel a certain way that they don't like to feel. I apologize. I explain what I meant, or explain how I didn't mean that. And then I'd be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And then I don't do it again. That's the key. If you tell me that you don't like something, my friend tell me I don't like when you call me that, I don't do it again. You know, like some people be like, what's up, fool? Like one of my friends told me he don't like when people call him fool. This was like I've been friends with this nigga forever. But just one day he was like, I don't really fuck with that. And I was like, all right, I don't really think it's that serious, but I apologize, and I haven't called him a fool since then. Because I'm not saying it's to make you upset. I'm not saying it's to try to offend you, but I'm just chilling. But Kaiser being born in the middle of the month, middle of the year, that was a cool little situation. Good little Rona baby. What they call it? Rona baby.
Pandemic baby.
Pandemic P. I mean,
no. Not pandemic baby.
I'm talking about the wrong thing. I'm thinking about the wrong thing. Before Paul George, but yeah, pandemic baby. I'm gonna call him a Rona baby. That sound like Rona baby. Rona baby. that sound a little better, but yeah, they got the variants now. I mean, they've been had the variants apparently, but this is only the second variant that was really been viral. They had the Delta first, which was apparently in around like August, and then now it's Omicron. Shit, I think we might have got hit with the Omicron about last week. But we A1 day one now. What?
Anyways.
Now what? Now what I done said?
Nothing.
I already got a scolding once the battery died. Huh? Now what I done said? That we might have had the Kron, the Omarion. Huh?
No.
You don't think we did?
Maybe.
Okay then. So what you shaking your head for? I'm just saying maybe we did. I'm a little bit more a little bit more leaning towards we did than we didn't. But it wasn't the end of the world, of course. Ate that thing up. Had us goddamn. I wouldn't even say it had us down bad, but it just had us like having to take medicine and shit for like 3-4 days.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, pretty much back moving, back grooving. Feel me? What you got to say about the variants? Or are you spending too much time watching TV?
Not watching TV.
Don't lie to me. We gonna see it on the camera.
Anyway.
We gonna see it on the camera. We got the TV on because, of course, it's New Year's Eve, so we waiting for it to get to the to the countdown mode. It's 11:30 something right now. 11:37. So we waiting for it to get to the 10, 9, 8, so we could pop our little celebration bottle, I guess.
And pop our little. I mean, the variants. I don't really have like much of an opinion on it. I'm gonna be honest.
You lying, bruh. She be trying to be politically correct and shit.
What you mean? I really don't have that much of an opinion on it. It's just, it is what it is. They but they're discovering new variants. It's like, okay, I don't necessarily understand it. I don't understand the science, so it's like I can't really comment on the science part of it that I don't really understand. Like,
what you don't understand about it?
I don't know what makes them choose the names and the variants of it and why it is what it is.
I think they just choose the names because it's in alphabetical order. Like, they choose names for hurricanes. They don't choose it because it's nothing specific. It just be like, this is the next letter in the alphabet, so we got to choose a name that start with this letter. So with the names of the variants, I think they just go in the Greek alphabet order. From what I'm guessing, from what I've been seeing, but so the names really is arbitrary. The science, I guess, the variants, I guess each one has something different about it in the DNA of the virus.
I guess.
I guess some variants make it more deadly. Apparently, Delta was the more deadly variant, and Omicron is the more contagious variant or easily spread variant, I guess. But I mean,
it seems that way because it feels like everybody fucking has it right now, or has COVID right now, like in this Christmas, New Year's time period. It's like everyone.
But But
is
it's like,
sick.
but to me,
With
it's
some.
like the first variant. They shut down the country and shit for the first variant, the very first COVID-19 that we got, or well, actually before then it was just coronavirus. Before they started calling it COVID-19, but they shut down the country for the first variant. This variant, apparently, Omicron is the 15th Greek letter, might be the 14th. Either way, this 14, 15 times better virus or variant. And they still got niggas. I've been seeing niggas talking about how companies like still come to work, all this shit.
I mean,
They know
are
this
you
shit ain't
surprised?
goddamn.
They don't give a fuck what it is. Niggas gotta go to work to make some money. They don't care. You seen how Delta was the one that requested the CDC to cut the quarantine period down from 10 to 5? That was
Delta,
Delta
the
CEO. Delta CEO.
Yeah, because I feel like these CEOs seeing the numbers that I was explaining last
No,
episode.
they need people to go to work. They want people to work. They don't care what the numbers look like.
That's what I'm saying. The numbers show that people can go to work. So they're not basing this shit off of it's scary because it's a new variant out. They're basing it off of, well, looking at the actual numbers, the percentages of people that's dying and all that shit. We see it's not that serious for people not to go to work. So bring them niggas to work. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, what other reason? What other way would they be? What other way would there be to look at the numbers? You're saying the same thing that I'm saying in the aspect of they want people to go to work. I'm just saying why they want people to go to work. You're saying it's just because of money, which I agree, it is because of money. But the reason why they can make that a decision is because they can see that the numbers say that it's not that serious when less than 1% of the people that's getting the COVID is dying. They like, we'll take our chances. Pretty much. That's what we doing in real life right now. We taking our chances. So, which I'm satisfied with taking a chance because I'm looking at the numbers. Hopefully, we ain't in the less than 1%. But at this point, it seems like we done had COVID twice. We don't really go out anyway. Go out places and shit like that. Be around people. So, it's easy for us. We don't work a regular like type of job, so it's easy for us to just goddamn. We think we sick, just chill at the crib. So
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
it ain't been no big deal for us, but for some people, and I feel like some people don't want niggas is goddamn. We gonna get to the metaverse soon, but niggas is goddamn psyched the fuck out. These niggas can't live in the house. These niggas goddamn going crazy, bro. They don't want to stay in the house. They want to go back to work. Niggas cried for a whole year because they was tired of being in the house. Now that they like, go ahead and get out. Now all of a sudden y'all want these niggas to be upset. It's like trying to do something to somebody to try to
Niggas don't want to
create them
No, the thing
reaction
is,
out of
people like working from home. They don't want to go to work. They want to be able to go out and do what they want to do. They don't want to have to go to work.
Your cake and eat it
No, I'm
too,
just
nigga.
saying what you're saying. People was crying about being in the house. They crying about not being able to live their life outside of the home.
Well,
not
these
about
niggas
going
said,
to work.
These niggas said if you want to go play, you want to go work too. So goddamn, get out the house, nigga. We ain't gonna stop we can't go out because niggas, we don't need to work inside, but y'all go out there and have some fun. No, nigga, that's not how the game go.
I mean, it's how people would like for it to go. They would like to have shorter work
nigga,
weeks.
and I would like to have $1 million right now, nigga. We don't care about this. Is the problem with this society is because everybody always worried about what we would like our emotion, the feel good thing of it. It's the feel good thing of it, and then it's the how it is.
I mean, it is.
All you can do is create changes.
Obviously, but niggas is just upset. Niggas is depressed. They want to be happy. They want to be content with their lives.
But why? Okay, so since you seem to be part of these people,
Oh my God.
you tell us.
I'm advocating. We can't both be on the same side about every topic.
I know that. That's why I'm not mad about that. I'm asking you to further your argument, nigga.
All I'm saying is that people understand. People are realizing that from working from home for so long, that a lot of the shit that they have to do, they don't need to be going into the office all day, every day.
Oh, that's for sure.
It's like you realize that that's unnecessary, because what can be done is accommodation. And so what people have realized is that they would rather work from home, or not even, it doesn't even have to be like all week. It could be half of your week you work from home, the other half you go into the office.
Nah, that shit dead. Because even Jasmine got, once they told her that she got to start coming back to the office for two days out of the week, she was like, I ain't trying to do, I got to find another job.
So, I mean, that's Jasmine, but I'm saying, no, that's I'm saying for reasonable people. That's just Jasmine, because I've talked to other people. I mean, that is unreasonable. I'm like, you gotta compromise. It's unreasonable for you not to be able to compromise on that level.
She is compromising. She going to get a new job, and that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying compromising with what's happening. Everything can't happen all at once. You can't get all you want all at once. I'm saying if things were to change. Never mind.
Why you getting upset?
Because I'm trying to explain what the fuck I'm trying to explain. Okay, so explain. You keep saying, nah, if you'll get another job.
I'm just talking to the camera, dog. Keep going.
What I'm saying is that it can be compromised if you can do that. Because obviously not everything works as smoothly at home as it does if you go into the office to handle something. Sometimes you got to go in to do whatever the fuck you got to do. So if it's 1 day or 2 days you go in and the other days you work from home, I think that's a fair compromise for some companies to do that, especially the ones that you really do not need to be in the office all day, every day. Like, your work isn't hands-on like that. If you spend most of your day sitting at a computer, then you can certainly be doing that from home.
I feel like all them jobs you don't need to go in ever. The only jobs you need to goddamn go in is people that's actually doing shit hands-on. If your job is on the computer, on the phone call, shit like that, all that shit, y'all should be able to go in once a month, goddamn. Like, or twice a month, the 1st and the 15th type shit. Like, there's no reason for you could do all that shit at home. Now, if you got damn a construction worker or some shit like that, of course you got to go to work. But all the people that, and that's where we get to the metaverse, but... Goddamn.
We keep teasing the metaverse.
I'm an advocate for motherfuckers not going to work. So I'm not arguing. I'm just arguing that goddamn, honestly, I've been not trying to go to the workplace forever, nigga. So that's why I already wasn't going to the workplace before COVID started. This shit didn't have to spark me to, oh, now we don't need to go to work. No, nigga, I never wanted to go to these niggas' jobs. So goddamn, I lived my life like I didn't want to go to these people's jobs. I didn't do that shit and then start crying one shit. I mean, I'm just not that kind of person. But there's people out there that are those kind of person, and what Serena's saying is what you need to live by, where you can't have your cake and eat it too. You got to compromise, basically. Like, you want to still work for these niggas, well, then go to work when they tell you to go to work. Hopefully it works out in your favor and it's only 2 to 3 days a week. That's all I can give you.
I mean, not everywhere is doing that. I don't even think that. I feel like that's only like the bigger companies who are allowing that. A lot of these other ones are like,
come to work.
You gotta come back to work because we need to see you and clock you and all that shit.
That shit don't make you feel like they just trying to control y'all. Like, y'all want to be controlled. Like, it's a tough situation for me because I feel you in the aspect of I don't want to be controlled, but I moved as if I don't want to be controlled. Y'all move as if y'all do want to be controlled, and then you cry that you're being controlled. If you don't want to be controlled, then don't be controlled. So that conversation is a rock and a hard place for me because I get the mentality in theory, but in action, I feel like most people don't act according to how they say they feel. Like, I say I feel this way, I act according to it. Y'all say y'all feel the same way, but y'all act opposite. It'd be confusing to me. So I don't get myself wound up in the feeling of the shit because y'all, I'm not about to care more about the shit than y'all is, basically. So hopefully that work itself out for y'all that's going to the office or to the job and y'all don't want to do that shit no more. Hopefully it goddamn work out. I don't really know how it's going to, but hopefully it does for everyone's sake. I don't see niggas is depressed. Niggas is depressed because niggas hate themselves. That you said that shit a minute ago, like niggas is depressed out here. It's because these niggas hate themselves, and now COVID done made you sit in the house and look at yourself and hear yourself and feel yourself, and now you realize why you hate yourself. I feel like you got to work on that. Like, get yourself together. You probably on social media too much, comparing your life to other people, and that shit is draining and toxic. And but that's the life that 95% of people live. So I'm supposed to feel that bad for you to be feeling depressed, where most of the time, like all this shit be first world problems. What is the niggas that's goddamn in the third world countries hurting for right now? When you think about that, it's like all the shit y'all niggas crying about, that shit is first world problems, bruh. That is luxury in the world. But, I mean, obviously I think different than most people, so whatever. She want me to be politically correct. I ain't gonna do it.
I didn't even say anything.
Don't look at me like that, man.
Like what?
Huh?
Like what?
You know how you was looking at me.
All I did was look at you.
Nah, you was looking at me like, why you keep going in on these people?
Whatever.
Huh? Huh?
Anyways.
Okay.
What's the next thing that we talking about?
Young David Chappelle.
Young David.
Yeah.
His
10
stand
minutes.
up. What?
10 minutes. 9 minutes.
Oh. Yeah, Dave Chappelle's stand up. From what was that, October, I think?
I thought it was August, but
No.
maybe it was October.
I think it was like either September or October. But yeah, I mean, niggas was mad. I forgot, what was he talking about that was
he was talking about hypocrisy, basically. That was the gist of the whole shit. He never really said, none of it was really about how he felt, or I mean, he touched on how he felt, which wasn't negative to begin with. But overall, it was like the main topic of the special was the hypocrisy of how people feel towards this, and then how people feel towards this. That's what it was. And niggas was mad. Niggas, I guess niggas got there, looked at it like, because he was calling out this hypocrisy, that means he automatically felt this certain way. That's how it seemed like for me, how people was responding to it. But if you actually listen, which again proves 95% of people don't actually listen.
A lot of people who were mad about it didn't actually watch it. It's like they heard one thing, like, or saw some clips, and they were like, I'm mad, I'm gonna be upset about this, I don't need to see anything else.
Yeah, I mean,
but if you were to watch it, you would understand what exactly he was talking about, and how he was like basically saying, I'm not what you think I am. What I really am is what I've been talking about this entire time, but you're so like laser focused on one joke that I've said, or that I'm trying to, I I guess, did he ever apologize? I don't know. Like,
No, he
it
didn't
was one
apologize because it
thing
wasn't
about,
nothing to
no, not
apologize
then. I'm
for.
talking about the first time or whatever. The first time he tried to, like, let people
What
know
you talking
that's
about?
not
His
what he,
previous
yeah, like
special?
previously, where he was like, that wasn't my intention or whatever. Like,
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
if
if there
that
was ever
happened
like an
either.
apology, but he was definitely trying to make people understand that that's not what he was trying to do. Like, through his,
When you mean by that? Like you mean he was
I'm thinking like more of like over the years, how like,
let me get some
he's
of that
like,
water.
I guess like how he's grown.
Damn.
I guess like how he's like grown and his language has changed and his understanding about things has changed. Like he was talking about that as well in the special, but
What you mean? His language has changed. What was it before?
I mean like in terms of like calling people like out of their names or something like that. With like the LGBTQ community and etc.
I guess. I feel like this is another instance of motherfuckers crying. Because from what I got from the special, he told a story. Basically, well, first he talked about how these corporate businesses, or AKA the people that have the ability to cancel motherfuckers from making like the big money, they don't give a fuck about black people. In the aspect of the example he used was how they basically allowed the baby to blow up even though he killed somebody. Now the semantics of why he killed somebody, that's irrelevant. But god damn,
Are you okay?
it's like I got a pepper in my throat.
A pepper.
But goddamn, he touched on that first, and then he basically told a story about his relationship with a transgender person. I'm not sure if it was which way the transition was going, but I just know it was somebody that was transgender that was in his life. That was also a comedian, and how the evolution of their relationship and how she had an understanding for what he meant when he said things, and she was never mad at him because she didn't look at it in a way where she's viewing all situations in life as a way to be offended. She recognized that he wasn't in none of these situations trying to offend her. So when other people was getting on Dave Chappelle about certain shit, she was never one of those people, even though she was part of that community. But then I guess she passed away at some point, and then Dave Chappelle was looking out for her child. I forgot if it was a boy or a girl, but he was looking out for her child or whatever. And long story short, the point is, even even though I don't feel like he said anything egregious, the fact still remain. What did his actions show? His actions showed that he didn't have no hate for these people or anybody. I've never seen Dave Chappelle show hate towards anybody, really. Everything I've seen is him goddamn looking out for people, putting people on, giving back, shit like that. That should be what matter. I could have sworn goddamn it was supposed to be you was judged by like your character, your actions. That your actions speak louder than words. So I feel like people get so upset about people's opinions or how they say something or what word they use, but the fact is, how does that person treat people? And treat people to me is like, how do you move around people? Do you transgress on people? That's what matters to me. But of course people was mad because we live in a culture where everything has to be politically correct and you have to fucking be worried about offending everybody at every turn because everybody wants to be offended, everybody wants to be a victim, everybody wants to be depressed, everybody wants to be sorry, everybody wants to be sad, everybody wants to be ugly. So, yeah, damn, they firing off on these niggas. Oh, it's 2 minutes left. But I don't know if the mic picked that up. It might have.
It feels like it did. That shit
But
was
we'll
loud.
see. But yeah, that was the Dave Chappelle shit. That shit was an event for like a week on fucking social media. But it's whatever. I guess shortly after that was Drake and Kanye, and then Summer Walker came a little bit after that. They albums.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't listened to the whole Summer Walker album. I think I only heard like maybe 3 songs off of that, so I can't really give my opinion on that one. She'll be more like on that wavelength.
It's
Drake
12.
and Kanye. I
Oh,
mean,
it should have slow.
they was pretty much 56, 55,
It's 12
54. I'm looking at the shit.
That shit is probably behind. This is the real time on our real phone.
But they wouldn't have known. You had like we on live.
I thought you wanted to pop it at 12.
Jesus Christ. I was gonna pop it. I was gonna do the countdown with the TV.
Oh. You can just edit that out.
Nah, keep it in there. You always try to edit out your bloopers. Nah. Leave that.
I mean, this shit's
there.
mad loud outside anyway.
It don't matter. 24, nigga. 22, nigga. 20. 18. 16. We gonna get there. Where'd the bottle go? Oh, shit.
Wow.
Damn. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So it's 2022 now.
It's 2022.
Bars and restaurants are open till 2
a.m. Great. Niggas is not outside. I mean, I guess some people are, but no one I know is.
Yeah.
All of my people is in the
No
house.
one I know, but
Oh, I mean, I guess people I know, but.
that nigga's firing off, dog. Damn. Yeah, I might hear them gunshots. Love that gun sound. Word to Walker. But, we gonna live the life anyway. Keep it thugging. Fireworks will continue at Truist Park for 6 minutes.
Who? What part?
Truist Park, where the Braves place. Yeah, so cheers to 2022.
Cheers to 2022. 2022. That's what I see everybody
I
saying.
seen that shit. That shit ugly. But
It's
yeah.
ugly, but I have a feeling.
Back to you could text Alicia a Happy New Year.
I already
after the show, nigga.
I gotta talk to my family.
After the show. I'm the only one that stayed on tag.
Anyway, so we were talking about
Drake and Kanye.
Drake and Kanye's album.
Both of them were pretty much.
I did not listen to Kanye's album.
Damn, dog. I was starting.
Okay, go ahead.
You see how she be?
They ugly for this.
What is this?
It's always somebody getting proposed to on TV.
Nah, we turn this shit off.
On New Year's Eve.
Distracted.
I feel like that was fake. They played it.
But Drake and Kanye, I feel like both of their albums was pretty much. What you said you didn't really listen to Kanye.
I didn't listen to his album.
But both of their albums was pretty much on par for what you expected from both of them. Drake shit was more mainstream for the radio type shit. And Kanye shit was to me more instrumental, more musical, or more. It had more soul in it. It had more emotion in it, like that. I like Kanye shit better.
I still need to go back and listen to it, but Drake was okay.
Drake had some heat on there, but the number one song that went crazy, I feel like, was probably one of the weakest.
One of the worst songs from the album,
which was
that Too Sexy song.
That shit was like the most viral song, and that shit was to me the weakest.
Sure
shit.
why.
And that shit was garbage.
It was not the best song.
But overall, Drake shit was cool. Kanye shit I feel like it's more epic, especially once that Andre 3000 verse dropped. Life of the Party, that shit crushed anything that Drake put out. Honestly, but both of them was reasonable projects. They both probably, of course, in the running for album of the year. But then we got Summer Walker shit. But I guess she could talk about her feelings about Drake and Kanye, and then talk about
Emotions.
Summer Walker.
I mean, I thought, obviously I didn't listen to Kanye's, but I only heard a couple songs because I listened to the Donda release shit when he did the thing at Mercedes-Benz. So, but I mean, I liked some of them when I was listening to that. But Drake's was okay, definitely not his best album. There were like a couple songs. I think I put like 2 or 3 of the songs from that shit on like a playlist because it wasn't like an album where I'm like, oh, I need to run this back. Like, I didn't get that feeling from it. It was kind of like, okay. Summer Walker's album, when I first listened to it, I was like, you know what? This ain't it. Not like it was bad, but it wasn't like her last album where I felt like, oh my God, like I love it as soon as I heard it. There were like a couple of songs I was like, okay, but overall I was like, And then I listened to it, I think again, in a different setting, and it was like, it's actually a pretty good album. Like it's a different vibe from her last one, but it's a good album, and I like a lot of the songs on there now. So I think it had to just kind of like grow on me a little bit, but it's not a bad album. It's a pretty good album. It's just not as good as the first one.
Well, I may listen to it at some point. I may not. I don't really know. I'm not really. Ever since I retired from being a DJ, I don't really be pressed about hearing most people projects, honestly. I got certain people that once they drop, of course, I'm going to listen at least once. But for the most part, I don't go running to hear albums, especially not off rip. I am waiting on Kendrick, though. Of course, that'll be all off rip. But I think I didn't listen to Donda until like 2 days after. I didn't listen to Certified Lover Boy until like 5 days, 6 days after. So I just don't be rushing to hear the shit, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I heard that Way Too Sexy the first day because that shit was already going viral. And niggas was loving it, talking about this shit hard, this shit fire. So I went and listened to that shit, and I was like, this shit is poo. I was upset, bro. I feel like it was the right niggas on that kind of song. I feel like Thug didn't come as hard as he was supposed to come. That's his vibe, nigga. That's his goddamn, that's his pocket. That's his lane. Thug should have went stupid on that shit. I was expecting stupid Thug. That shit wasn't what it needed to be. But it's whatever, goddamn. Fireworks still going off. But that was probably like the biggest shit in hip hop. There was some other albums that came out. I know Frank Ocean came out. I mean, not Frank Ocean. Tyler the Creator came out.
Oh.
I don't know why I always get them two niggas
I was
mixed
like,
up.
did he?
But Tyler the Creator came out. I didn't really listen to that album. I'm not really a big Tyler the Creator fan. I respect his artistic abilities, but I don't really be checking for him like that. And then maybe a couple other people came out, but them was like 3 of the biggest releases that anticipations of the year that people was talking about that I remember. But I mean, something else that happened, a whole bunch of court cases wrapped up towards the second half of the year.
Yeah.
Kyle Rittenhouse, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, R. Kelly, Jussie Smollett. No, Jussie Smollett. That's it, right?
Smollett.
I be watching too many people that be making fun of his name. So. And then what's that girl named Griselda Maxwell?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine. I'm thinking Griselda Blanco.
Griselda Maxwell.
But
these fireworks are right now. That's literally that.
We look at the waves on the computer for the fireworks going on. God damn, nigga, how many you got?
All of them going off.
Jesus
right?
Christ. Remember last year that shit, it was like fireworks for 3 months straight.
Oh
nigga.
my God. We should have talked about that. Well, that wasn't 2020.
Yeah,
that was 2020. But it was like every weekend it was fireworks going off.
That
I
shit
felt
was like every day.
Yeah, it was like every day for like a good month. Everywhere. Because I remember it was even people in New York, they were saying like, why the fuck is it fireworks going off for like every night for like a month? Like, what the fuck was that shit about?
That shit pissed me off. I hope they don't do that shit this year.
I hope not either. That was absurd.
But yeah, all them cases, I mean, Kyle Rittenhouse, I didn't really give a fuck about, but it was wild once I seen the details.
Yeah.
Like once I seen the video, it was like one of the I think he shot 2 people. One of the people he shot was
people.
like self-defense. Oh yeah, it was, he shot one person and then the other 2 people got shot in the retaliation. Mm-hmm. The first person he shot, that shit was not self-defense.
Not
that
self-defense.
Shit was wild.
Second
2 people he shot, goddamn, that was more self-defense because they was jumping that nigga.
But
that first
one was absolutely not self-defense. And I don't know how they saw that and were like, you know what?
I mean, he was being chased by the nigga,
but not by
it was
that
it was
nigga.
A wild situation.
And he didn't have a weapon on him.
That nigga threw that black bag at him. It was that nigga, but he didn't have a weapon.
He threw a bag at him.
I'm not saying he was supposed to shoot him. I'm just saying that's the nigga that threw the bag. Remember it was a nigga chasing him.
Yeah,
he threw a bag at that nigga, and then he was like running around the cars.
Yeah.
And then he just turned around and shot that nigga. That shit was wild.
That was wild.
But then after that, it was like a group of 3 or 4 niggas that was chasing that nigga through the street.
Yeah.
And he shot like 2 of them. That was more so self-defense, but he was one of those kind of people. I don't like being around those kind of people because it's like those are the kind of people that like it's almost like they want to help too much. Like, sit your ass down, nigga. Like, this nigga want to be security, a firefighter, or a paramedic. Like, god damn. Right. Like, I don't be liking to be around them kind of people because
you too helpful.
Yeah, nigga, you trying to do too much shit, nigga. Like, find your craft and stick to it, nigga. God damn. But yeah, so that shit, that was pretty. I was expecting him to get off on that shit though, so that was pretty self-explanatory. The George Floyd, what's that nigga name? Derek Chauvin, whatever the fuck that nigga name.
I probably know how to pronounce it.
Anyway, he got down with the jail. I think he got like 25 years or some shit. Mm. I mean, he probably gonna die in there. It could have been more for sure, but he already like 40 or 50 or some shit, so he probably gonna die in there.
Maybe.
Excuse me, unless he gets off on some kind of bond or some shit. But of course, the George Floyd situation, that shit was wild. Like, that whole situation was just wild. That was like top of COVID, nigga. Top of COVID. Matter of fact, yeah, I think the George Floyd shit was the anniversary of Kaiser being born because
what, the day that he died?
Yeah, because it was Memorial Day weekend. I feel like Memorial Day in 2020 was May 25th, I believe. And then Kaiser was born, of course, on May 25th, which was Tuesday. So that means the year before. Yeah, I think it was, because the year before, May 25th would have been on Monday. Memorial Day always on Monday, right? So, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was the top of COVID 2020 when that shit happened. But Chauvin got found guilty 7/20, I think, July 20th. For that shit, got like 25 years. hopefully he served all of them. Hopefully he died that motherfucker on the 24th day. I mean, on the 24th year and the 363 days. Right before
24th year.
serve that shit all the way and die right before he's supposed to get out. Oh, but goddamn, what was after that? Ahmaud Arbery. I was glad.
Yeah.
They got them fuck niggas, and that shit was some bullshit.
That was some absolute bullshit.
That was in South Georgia. Yeah, I forgot how many years they got, but I was glad that they got them.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit wasn't on no George Zimmerman type shit. But I feel like, of course, I don't think it was gonna go like that because it was on camera. But I mean, we done seen shit on camera go bad when it comes to the courtroom. But
yeah,
that shit was just blatant. Wasn't no way around that. Blatant. I'm calling it blatant.
Why?
It was a neighborhood in Valdosta called Blanton.
Okay.
Where I used to throw my parties at Blanton 1111, so I always be saying Blanton when I'm supposed to be saying blatant.
Uh-huh.
You a hater, dog. I swear to God, you be hating.
I didn't even say anything. I didn't even say anything.
Yeah, R. Kelly, that nigga got the chair, basically.
Now he got the chair, basically. Boy.
That nigga there, he got what he deserved. I just wish it was more people going down with him, all the enablers.
Yeah.
I just wish it was more people going down with him, but...
He really be trying to act like he did not even do that shit.
I think he got some mental problems.
I mean, he's slow.
Yeah, like...
We do know that.
He definitely slow.
But...
Like, remedial.
He just... You know...
I never was really a big R. Kelly fan. I'm not a huge R&B fan overall, at least not new R&B. I like the old R&B, the feel good R&B, the Al Green, the shit that make you goddamn kind of want to dance. All the R&B nowadays is just, you either sad or you trying to fuck. For real. So, R. Kelly was like the leader of that. Damn near.
What, trying to fuck girl?
Yeah, trying to fuck music. He was like one of the pioneers of that kind of shit. So
Pioneer.
I do fuck with Remix to Ignition though. That's probably gonna forever be my all-time favorite R. Kelly song. But I ain't heard that shit in so long. I don't never listen to that nigga. So when they wanted to cancel him, it didn't matter to me. Then Jussie Smollett.
But we already talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that last episode. Or wasn't that the first episode? One of them episodes we talked about him, so we ain't got really touch on that.
Yeah, that was the first episode.
And then the Gilane. Ghislaine. I ain't got no respect.
Gail.
She out here goddamn sex trafficking. I don't gotta show that no respect.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I feel like that case.
Didn't we watch a documentary on them too?
But that was not the first documentary I've watched about them, or like thing that I listened to like some podcasts about them before. But I remember when I first heard about that whole thing, I was like, what is this? It was like, it reminded me of some type of like Eyes Wide Shut type of situation, but worse because it involved children. And that type
it was like children, like baby, like like single digits, or there was like the teenagers.
I think it was a lot of like teenage girls.
I mean,
but there is
terrible,
some speculation that there was some other shit going on, like with even younger, not just like with girls, with like little boys too. But what they're mainly focused on is like the teenage girl shit that they had going on. But either way, that whole situation is wild as fuck.
Giving their kids up, dog. These parents be giving their kids up, bruh. I promise you, dog. I mean, of course, some people be getting kidnapped and shit, but a lot of this shit.
Yeah, I mean, some of it be that, and some of it be just like straight up kidnapping, or some of it be like just neglect, or they don't have like really like parents like that, so they're easier to manipulate. Either way, I think it's just like, it's deeper than that because it involves so many like powerful people.
Yeah,
that
I seen somebody like
Prince
here,
Andrew.
his lawyer or some shit being questioned about that shit.
Who?
His lawyer, Prince Andrew lawyer. It wasn't. I seen
Oh,
a
well, I know Prince
article
Andrew
today
was
or
acting
a
like
headline
one.
today.
He had the nerve to be like he don't know. He never knew Jeffrey Epstein. Which I don't know why he would
These
say that
niggas
when
be
there's
lying,
photographs
bro.
with you and this nigga. That shit is ridiculous. I don't know why he would
He
say that.
said that shit because people will believe him.
I don't know who. Not people who seen these pictures, nigga. They all over the place. You in the damn documentary in the pictures. Why would you say that?
Most people,
We watching Netflix now.
we is, but niggas lie all the time.
I
Because
mean, yeah,
motherfuckers
they lie, but
don't.
it's like who is advising you that that's the correct thing to do? Is still, I mean, don't say that you don't know the nigga. Don't say that. You could be like, I don't associate with his things, but you can't be like, you don't know the nigga.
Either way it go, them niggas going to jail. All these niggas went to jail except for Kyle Rittenhouse. And I just wish all these motherfuckers that's on the goddamn sex jail cases
Sex
will
jail.
tell on everybody else. Go ahead and snitch, nigga. You ain't got no respect. You a pedophile or you a goddamn trafficker of humans, nigga. We don't respect you anyway. So just snitch. Tell on everybody. It's like what face are you saving, nigga? We don't give a fuck. You not snitching is not giving you cool points. So just tell on everybody. That actually might help you a little bit. Like, this nigga's a pedophile, but at least he told on all the other pedophiles. So we could goddamn have our eyes on all these bitch ass niggas. But
That's wishful thinking.
yeah, I mean, what's the name said he was gonna tell?
Who?
Kales.
Did he? Kale.
Robert said he was gonna tell. I'm waiting, and I thought Giraffe said she was gonna tell.
Not
too.
Giraffe. I don't think she ever said that. She's still acting like she.
Or
was
Jeffrey
not.
said he was gonna tell. That's why he got his ass clapped.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to be willing to die when you say you're gonna tell.
That's why you don't say that you're gonna
You
tell.
just start telling, nigga.
You just arrange something. I almost feel like they was like probably gonna do that regardless of if that nigga said he was gonna tell or not. They was gonna try to get him up out of there.
Whatever. I mean, I don't really care about none of them people. I mean, of course, none of the people that's ugly. I am happy about the Derek Chauvin and the three white boys with a monarchy?
I think it was 3 white men.
Yeah, I'm glad all 4 of them niggas is in the pen.
Yeah.
Send them straight to the penitentiary, nigga. Chain gang.
For sure.
But, got a couple more things. Metaverse. Now we at the metaverse.
Finally, all the teasing, all the build up.
This is for all you depressive ass niggas.
Depressive.
Like,
what you got to say about it?
I feel like, in theory, the metaverse sounds cool as hell. I ain't gonna, as a nigga that grew up, like, seeing the evolution of games and all that shit, metaverse sounds stupid, but I feel like it's gonna be ugly. Like, motherfuckers already can't put their phone down. They already depressed. Ain't happy with real life.
Right.
Like, I feel like this metaverse shit finna be ugly, bro.
I mean, but it's almost like this was bound to happen. Once social media was created, it was like, this is the only place for this to even go. This is the only trajectory for this path, was that this was going to be created. Because there's already universes like that. Like, when they created these games, like when you play something online, this is already, a
metaverse, basically.
Already a metaverse. So it's like,
I mean, they already have stuff. They already have metaverses. I feel like the Facebook. God damn, nigga, that shit that bubbly. Pour that bubbly. Drink that muddy. Drink that muddy. That shit was sizzling. You can't hear it because you ain't got the headphones on. When I put the cut next to that shit was like.
Let me get some more.
But yeah, I mean, it's already metaverses out there technically, but they like small, like low budget, like private type shit. It's not like
it's not like everybody has
Facebook
access
Meta.
To it.
They trying to build the stupid
for the public.
I mean, you already think about Facebook as a company to begin with. They already be getting goddamn looked at because they algorithms and how people feel like they promoting.
They spying on you.
They
swear
spying on
to
you. They promoting
God,
ugly shit. They goddamn
they
creating
be
social media
listening.
increases depression in motherfuckers, especially teenage girls, adolescent girls. It creates further depression and because all social media do is make people goddamn compare their life to other people's lives, which isn't how you supposed to be living life. You're supposed to be comparing your life to now to what you was yesterday or a year ago. That's how you supposed to be progressing, not like goddamn
Every
you comparing yourself to all your friends or all these celebrities or whatever. So metaverse, I just don't know how goddamn. I don't see. I feel like it's gonna be positives and negatives about them both, and I feel like all the negatives are gonna be overlooked just like they are with social media. All the negatives of social media is overlooked because that's not the popular thing to talk about or to think about. So I feel like that's gonna be pretty much the metaverse. It's gonna get to a point where nobody's gonna want to live real life, and the main thing, like Mark Zuckerberg was trying to make that shit seem so fun, but I'm like,
right.
nigga, there's no real food in metaverse. You can't make me, you can't fake food and make like you can't read. You can't outdo real world food, and you can't outdo real world sex. So without those two things, you never gonna be able to get me hooked to the metaverse. So goddamn, I don't really see the metaverse as goddamn controlling me to that aspect. But it's gonna be some people that don't have sex anyway. They don't get any goddamn girls or whatever, and they fucking eat McDonald's every day, and they gonna look at metaverse as the greatest. They gonna make sure they metaverse person is fed. They not even gonna be eating in real life. People gonna be so ugly in real life because they gonna spend all their time in the metaverse. But start investing in these cryptos, bro, because cryptos, that's how you gonna be able to do transactions in the metaverse. It's all gonna be crypto. Ain't gonna be no dollars and all that shit. It's gonna be all crypto, different cryptos. Of course, you got the main ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum. They're gonna be the main goddamn probably currencies in the metaverse. But other people that got their own little small worlds, they might have their own coin, or they might use one of these other small coins, Dogecoin, Shiba, Polygon, Crypto.com coin. It's a whole bunch. It's like 100 coins, bro. So invest, nigga. That shit. That's where we going. You can't stop it. I can't stop it. I can just tell y'all what I think about it, but I can't stop it. All I can do is move and figure out how I'm gonna move according. You can't stop the world. All you can control is you, and then all you can control is your household, and then maybe all you can control is your family, and then maybe all you can control is your neighborhood, and then maybe all you can control is your community, and then maybe all you can control is your state. People want to start to try to cause and control, start implementing control mechanisms from the top, from the country. You can't even control yourself, nigga. You can't even control your own mood swings. You depressed. How the hell you could control the country? Don't work like that, nigga. Control yourself first. So I feel like get yourself under control, then your household, then your community, and work your way on up the ladder. People try to work that shit backwards and wonder why the world is as ugly as it is now. But I know how I'm gonna live. That's all I'm worried about. Metaverse, I know how my family gonna live. That's all I'm worried about. Metaverse,
Pretty much.
it'll be a thing. I feel like it's gonna be, it might be up and ready going into 2023. I think it's still gonna be too much shit happening in 2021. 2022. But going into 2023, I always felt like 2022 was a big year. Like even when I was little, I had wrote a song honestly called 2022. So, and that was probably like in 2011, some shit, 2010, some shit.
Interesting.
I actually didn't write the song. I made the beat for it, but I didn't actually write the song. So, I don't know if that's something for the world or that's just something for my life, but we'll see. I'm gonna be 32 this year though. That's cool. Can't wait. So now we got that was the metaverse that was announced in like November or some shit, and then of course December we got Christmas. Christmas, the big thing on Christmas I seen was motherfuckers arguing about whether the vending machines was a good gift for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was a straight gift. Most people that didn't think it was a good gift was like, just let the kids have fun. I feel like this is my message for the people on this podcast going into 2022. Stop crying. We live in a world where I feel like we've leaned too far over into how does it make you feel. It's not we off balance. Like before we were too far away from how does it make you feel. And now to kind of correct that, we have gone too far over. We need to bring it back into the middle. Because when it comes to my pop's funny. This nigga don't ever text me no goddamn.
You know?
Not like that. But yeah, whatever. Damn, what was I saying? I feel like everything not supposed to be fun. And I feel like that's part of our problem as a community is like we always worried about what's fun and shit like that. That's mostly what I was seeing. Like people saying like, just let the kids have fun. You taking the fun out of Christmas and blah 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 blah. For one, fuck Christmas. That's for one. But for two, it's like nigga, you should want. I would have been happy as fuck if I got a vending machine. I mean, obviously, it was times certain Christmases where the PlayStation 2 came out and shit like that, where I wanted that. But instead of buying all these other random ass toys where they didn't really ask me if I wanted this, they just bought some shit at Toys R Us. They got me like the one or two things I asked for, and then the rest of the shit was just random shit that they just bought at Toys R Us. Okay, don't buy all that shit and buy me a vending machine. Like, I would have been great. I would have been happy as fuck if somebody bought me a vending machine. Like, that's money or that's repeated money. I don't understand, bruh. It's like, I mean, that's just work. I don't see how y'all say that this is a gift, but it's just more work for your kid to do. He need to learn work. That's the problem. Y'all niggas grew up not learning work, and now that you gotta work because you grown, now all of a sudden you crying. Like, he need to learn that you supposed to work, especially a male, a young man. That nigga needs to learn that he's supposed to work. But I don't think it's a bad gift for a young woman as well either. I mean, that shit probably, I don't know how much that shit can make you or the consistency in which it can make you money, but I feel like
it depends on where it's at.
Yeah, it depends on where it's at. I feel like on the low end, maybe once a month you sell everything.
Yeah.
And everything in there is probably worth about $100 maybe.
Right.
Of profit, and you probably spend maybe $20 to fill the shit up, so that's $80 every month. I mean, that's on the low end. That's $83 though, and I feel like them numbers is ugly. I feel like you probably the profit margin is probably way better than that, but that's on the low end. That's repeated money, goddamn. Yeah, I mean, this coming from a nigga that I didn't get a fucking allowance growing up.
Passive income.
Yeah, I didn't get an allowance growing up, so a way for me to have some kind of consistent bread coming in is not bad, especially when goddamn. I mean, what these kids want money. Don't tell me they don't want to learn how to work because instead of goddamn putting it. Yeah, don't tell me these kids don't want to work or they don't want to learn how to work because they'll go sell some weed. Like, these kids want some money. They want some reoccurring money. So don't tell me they don't want no money or they don't want a way to make some money because they'll go sell some shit that they don't need to be selling. So I don't want to hear it. But what you think about the shit?
I mean, I thought it was a good idea, but I mean, I see both sides, but I think that it's different if that's just like it's different if that's just like the only thing, I guess, that you get. Like, I can understand like getting them something that they want, but also getting them something that is going to be beneficial in the long run. I think it's like about the balance of it. So I don't think there's anything wrong with getting your child something that can make them money
I don't
and
think
teach them, like, I guess, discipline and like how to get it on their own and things for the future. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think there's nothing wrong, even if that's all they got, nigga. You supposed to be grateful, nigga. Like,
I mean, I guess,
you know, I don't give a fuck about Christmas to
I mean, I
begin
know
with.
you don't, but for the people that do, they care about
you supposed to
creating
be
a good time for their kids.
That's not
Childhood.
what it's supposed to be about, and that's part of the reason why I don't give a fuck about Christmas. Christmas is supposed to be about giving and appreciating what you get. It ain't supposed to be about all this goddamn vain shit. So goddamn that shit ugly. But yeah, I mean, bottom line is you do whatever you want for your kids. I'm gonna do what I want for my kids, and then hopefully my kids got goddamn grow up and be around other people that were raised like them and not raised like y'all. That's the only hope that I can give. But you do whatever you want. If you don't think getting them those kind of gifts is good, you just want to get fun gifts, go ahead. They probably gonna play with these things for maybe a week, and then it's gonna be a thing of the past, wasted money, unless it's a video game console or a computer. That'll last. But if you really buying toys and shit, you already know what kids is. This is every year, nigga. Kids play with the shit for a week, it's gone. You wasted your money. Ha ha, dumbass. Simple as that. But that pretty much wrapped up the year. But I guess to wrap up the show, we goddamn shout out all the people that's not making it to 2022 with us.
Shout out.
I mean, show our respect, shout out, however you want to say it. I don't always say the shit the right way, but this is my intention is always pure. I don't always use the right words, but yeah, today we just found out. Well, yesterday on the New Year's Eve, we found out about Betty White passing.
Yeah,
2 weeks
crazy.
before her 100th birthday.
Wow.
I found out that she was born on the same day as my niece, January 17th. So, but she just passed. She was about to be 100. I mean, she was born in 1921, nigga. No, she was born in 1922. That shit crazy. But so she passed New Year's Eve. But some other people in entertainment that passed. Cicely Tyson passed this year. R.I.P. to her. Michael K. Williams passed this year. R.I.P. to him. I had just watched. I mean, he known for his role in The Wire. And Serena had me just watch The Wire. That was 2020? Or was that 2019?
No, it's 2020.
I had just watched it for the first time.
I think it was 2020.
2020. I had just watched The Wire for the first time. He did pretty good in that shit. I was already a fan of him, but I know that was one of his biggest roles that people around the country or around the world know him for, was his role in The Wire. Then Cicely Tyson, I know her from her roles in all them Tyler Perry movies. That's when I really kind of like, I seen her name before or heard of her before, but I didn't really have a face with it until Tyler Perry kept putting her in all his movies. But R.I.P. to her. She like grandma, dog. She like grandma for the community, dog. I mean, I'm saying she like respect. Ain't nobody about to do no harm to Cicely Tyson. I wish you would, nigga. Like, niggas ain't going for that shit. So
I forgot to put DMX on there.
or maybe I forgot to retype it. Put them over here, right here. But that was like entertainment, acting type shit. Then we in music we got damn had DMX that passed earlier in the year. I fuck with DMX. Biz Marquee passed earlier in the year. I think both of them was not natural causes, but like not violence. Then we had Young Dolph passed away. He got shot. That was violence. And then Slim 400 too. That was also violence. Passed away. Oh, and that other dude, Draco, the ruler. I thought his name was Drakeo. I didn't really know him that much, but he passed like last week out there in Cali. And then I said DMX already. I said Biz Marquee. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
And then Virgil Abloh. I don't know how to say his last name.
Virgil Abloh, I think.
Bang, bang. Is Abloh? Yeah. He passed probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that. RP to them. In sports, she don't really know these people like that. She know the big names like John Madden, Hank Aaron, and the big names. RP to the big names. We got Vincent Jackson though. I remember playing Madden, like these people that I seen growing up all the time, watching football, die hard every Sunday, playing Madden. Vincent Jackson, Demarius Thomas. Then in basketball, Elgin Baylor passed. Laker great. Then in college football, Bobby Bowden, the great coach, Florida State, he passed. I think he's the second winningest coach or some shit in college football. Then Colt Brennan, that nigga passed. He was a quarterback from Hawaii. Most people don't know him. I only said it because I know this nigga because he was a quarterback during the time where it was like I was really getting into watching college football. And of course Hawaii is just like a straight gunning ass team. Like all they do is pass shotgun. So he was like breaking records and shit. He might have like the most yards in NCAA football or the most touchdowns, some shit like that. He was going crazy though when he was playing for Hawaii. But RP to all them dudes. Of course, there's plenty more people that passed, but these are like the people that names that like touched either my life or people that I looked at or had some kind of connection to or some shit drawn to these people, or Serena had some kind of drawn to these people type shit. Then last people we gonna shout out Jovita Moore, the Atlanta great, the only that's the only news anchor I can name, nigga. I don't know the rest of these people, but I knew Javita. Javita Moore, she passed probably like in November or something, maybe October. Larry King passed. I remember him from the goddamn. I really started paying attention to him from the George Bush days. How I was telling y'all last episode about the George Bush days. And then Colin Powell, I remember him from the George Bush days. Him being the first black Secretary of State. That shit was big. I mean, of course, like I said, in the George Bush state, in the George Bush days on the last episode, I ain't really fuck with they goddamn, what they call them? The president's conglomerate. They staff that era that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I ain't really fuck with them niggas. Condoleezza Rice and them. But it was cool that Colin Powell was the first black Secretary of State. You can't goddamn turn that down. And of course, you don't really wish death upon nobody. That ain't your call to say it's time for a nigga to die. So
yeah,
whatever. In the case of what they did in life, they still had family that didn't see them as Secretary of State. They just saw them as pops or bro, and that's it. So RP to all them people and everybody that we didn't name that passed. RIP to anybody that y'all as the goddamn audience or the viewers. Anybody that y'all lost, RIP. I didn't really lose anybody in my life like that. I don't know if you lost anybody you want to say personally RIP to, but regardless, I'm going to just say RIP to everybody that ain't make it to this next year with us.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody that did make it into this next year with us, make it into 23 with us. So, we'll see about that. Sound like this boy goddamn trying to chuckle his way awake. And I don't really like that. But, yeah, I mean, what you got anything else to say to wrap it up?
No, just go into this new year trying to be great, be better than you were last year.
Hell yeah. More money, more health.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's my mission right now. More money, more health. I feel like I get them two things in order. Everything else will goddamn kind of fall in line. So that's what I'm on. 2022, 3 2s, 3 piece.
Okay.
Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe
that's my connection with 2022. I don't know. 3 piece. But, yeah, I mean, I think that'll be pretty much wrapped up. We gonna try to drop this on, what's Tuesday? The first is Saturday, Sunday is the second, Monday is the third, Tuesday is the fourth.
Okay.
So on Tuesday the 4th, this episode will probably come out, and then another episode will probably come out that Friday, which is the 7th, I believe. And then from there, we're going to try to be consistent Tuesdays and Fridays, like that.
Yeah.
So hopefully y'all can be our, what they call it, I don't know, I'm sleeping. Person that keeps you
accountable.
Yeah, accountability partners.
Okay.
And we stay on it. Tuesdays and Fridays is when we trying to drop. So we gonna be. That's part of my resolution to be on that, be consistent with that.
Okay.
So we'll see. Goddamn, but I mean that's all I got.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
That's all I got.
She bullshit.
I said what I wanted to say. My closing thing. I gotta say a second piece of closing.
I said what I wanted to say.
All right. Goodbye.
Oh, one thing though, you see the minion back there? That's Kaiser's little buddy. You in the way.
What?
The minion back there behind Serena. That's Kaiser's buddy. So we bring him to represent Kaiser.
Okay. All right.
All right. Deuces. I love you.
Bye.